Welcome back, everybody. Got another Craftopia tips video for you guys. I mean, it's more like a general, just kind of how-tos and like what you should be doing and focusing on. Um, so the last few videos I have been doing a lot of like the stuff down there with automations and getting your area set up to get materials easier. And then I had this iron farm going, and I kept noticing that like the Kevins were just getting their they were all over the island. I kept killing them, and so I came over here and looked. I think it's because that up there is too close to where they're in this spot. See how I just got healed a little bit? I think that's what's causing the problem. So I gotta take this apart for a second and move it up further, so that way the healing bubble isn't close enough to heal the Kevins in the pot down here. Because I think they were just bunching up and getting out that way. See how he got healed a little bit? So it's causing like a backup. So I just gotta quickly do this again. Um, we'll go back to doing what I was doing before. But I just now realized I need more Pokeballs, so let's go do that. Okay, yeah. Just gotta go to the portal so I can go buy a bunch. Go ahead and get my Twitch pulled up for chat. Okay, so the last video I was, I did a lot of focusing on how to get your armor with good enchantments, so that way you can go ahead and start fighting harder bosses. So I was able to make this red beret, which I didn't have the ancient, which I kind of wanted, but like it's okay. If you don't always get the enchantments you want, it's alright. But I got the 2 enchantments on this one, but then I was able to find a mask, this fox trial mask. It has a bunch of skills attached to it, which is really good like for early game, especially because it has the combat skill Yi Slash, which is a very strong combat move for melee users. So having it early is pretty nice. So I switched over to this mask instead. It doesn't have as good enchantments on it as the red beret does towards attack, but it has a bunch of skills, so it's really good. But then I was able to make a set of light armor, which costs just iron and leather. I was able to get the Ancient Veteran and Deer's enchantment, which all give me like magic attack, regular attack, life, max life, mana, bunch of good stuff. Plus it gives you a couple of small skills like parry and vitality, which you can match up. If you go over to your actual skills tab, they don't actually light up. So which one was it? Vitality. It doesn't show that you have it, but it still applies. So like, I think it was 1 level. So I get a little bit of life regeneration as long as my hunger is above a certain level. So if I go back to my inventory and highlight it, it says, yeah, so it's 1 level for vitality. That's how that works. So as long as I'm holding this armor, I'm going to gain a little bit of health per second, as long as my hunger is past a certain point. Then for my glider, I found some wood that was really good, so that's where the fire demon came from. And then scorching as well. So I had 2 different types of logs that I used to make the glider with. So it has 2 enchantments on there. This has 4 enchantments, because I was able to get iron, the elephant tusks, and feathers from the birds on the beginner island. So the 4 enchantments are all from these things. The iron's from the beginner boss, and then 2 rings with just veteran ancient. So that's not too bad. And then I found swords on a higher level islands in chests. It's really easy to get those. So I found 2 of them, and they aren't too bad with the enchantments. So you can dual wield these things. These other swords aren't as good, so I can go ahead and get rid of them. This is a magic staff, so I'm not going to use that. And these swords aren't as strong. So I can just offer those. And there we go. And this red beret I can get rid of as well, because I'm not going to use it anymore. I can either sell it, or offer it to the picture book. I already have a money farm set up, so I don't need to worry about money anymore, so I can just offer everything to this thing. So every item that you offer has like a skill point or something attached to it, so like when you offer it, you'll get it. So where it says deliver 1 fishing rod, so you gain, for the first fishing rod, you get 10 experience. When you deliver 50 of them, then you'll gain 100 experience, and then after you deliver 100, it's meant to be like over time, so don't have to do them all right away, but once you get farms set up and you can mass produce a lot of these things, you can start offering a lot of them, and you'll gain a lot of stuff. and once you fill it out, you gain a lot of skill points. So like you can have like plus 50 attack, like plus 20 defense, so on and so forth, and have like a really big boost. So it's worth it. Hello, bee. So the bees, I don't think they'll attack you unless you attack first. I could be wrong, but this guy was just chilling. Okay, so I have merchants set up here, so I can have a market to come buy from, because they need to find the Pokeballs. They sell them in stacks of 100. It's easier than trying to make them all yourself. Plus, they sell other really good stuff if you need like weapons or. Actually, I think that's how I got the swords I'm using. I just bought them. And once you have a money farm set up, it's pretty easy to get the stuff you need. Ah, there we go. There's a stack of 100. And it's only 93,000 gold, which isn't even that hard to get without a money farm. And here's 200. So that's all I really. I won't really need much more unless this last guy's selling some. I'll always buy steel. Fruit salad. 3 minutes cooldown. I'll buy it and then I just gotta wash it. I'll use that for my mana regen food. So in this game, like I know they give you potions and stuff like that, but as far as regenning your health, your mana and stuff like that, you're better off using food because some foods can give you more health and more mana back than potions can. So like this food right here will give me 250 health, 250 mana. Oh, see now the bee's fighting me. I don't get that. And a bunch of other stuff just for eating one of it. Versus having to drink like 3 different potions to get all those effects, you can just eat one food. And the cool thing is, I can just wait 5 seconds and eat a different type of food and gain other type of effects. So like I'll still get the other health, mana, and hunger back. Now the stuff where it says magic attack plus 50, it won't like stack, it'll just take whatever number's bigger. So like say this gave me 100 magic attack and this gives me 50, it wouldn't give me 150 total, it would just still keep the 100. I don't think I have any other food for magic attack to show you. Yeah, I don't. Okay, but you get the idea. Okay, yeah, here's an example. My magic attack right now is 1113, so if I eat this, it's 1163. If I eat this, it doesn't change, because this also was a plus 50 magic attack, so it didn't stack, it just kept the bigger number, which happened to be also 50. So foods don't stack their numbers, it just keeps the bigger number. But you'll still gain like all your health, your mana, the hunger, and all that other stuff, which is nice. Okay, but now that I have all the Pokeballs that I need, I also like to wash off all the enchantments on them, because then when I go to do the stack on my, it'll be nice, perfect 100, instead of having to continuously replace them every time. Okay, let's go back and fix my iron farm. All I'll have to really do is just raise it up a couple squares, and I'll be able to do that pretty fast. But now that my character has good enough enchantments to fight bosses pretty quickly, I'll be able to go onto the higher islands and get better enchantments so I can make my gear stronger, or make different type of gear, and then be able to go to like level 7 islands and stuff like that, and then fight the actual hard bosses. Yeah, I don't know why the Kevins kept getting out, so I was like, let me go look at it for a minute, and I saw they were getting healed, so time to fix that. Okay, I don't want anything to die, so let's catch these guys first. Let's pick this up. Oops. Plus the nice part about being able to buy the Pokeballs now, or the Monster Prisms, is you don't have to worry about like sprinting off to try to go get the one you missed with. You can just let them go, because now it's pretty easy to get them. You don't have to be chasing after them anymore, which is really nice. Okay. and go one more higher, just to be safe. I don't want to build it and have to move it up one more. That'd be really annoying. And I'll just fix the staircase. There we go. That's why double jump is really nice too. So you can get really, you don't have to try really hard to get up super high. Dang it, the floors are all wrong. So you can still tell when the stone floors are facing different directions, because like the corners won't match up really well, but these are all facing the correct direction now, so go ahead and pull the floor. This is why the retriever rod's pretty nice too. Okay. Making sure I have everything I need. Do this. Damn it. Okay. That didn't work. Oh shoot. There's a big chat. Ah, never mind, it's just a bot. Never mind. I can't tell which line it is. Because I want it to be centered, so let me... Okay, so I'm standing on the middle one. Okay. This is why using stone is helpful, because you can actually find the middle stuff, or the middle. So like the line I'm standing on is the middle of the 3 squares. So that way it's lined up with the pot underneath me. So as long as I do... Oh shoot, there's this one. Right there. I think that was the middle. Good enough. Because I want it to be lined up so that way the breeder standing over the top like lines up with the one below. Which it should. And if you're having trouble finding the middle, you can always place more floors above. I think that's middle. Yes, okay. And measure from there. Or just have lots and lots of practice so you can see that that's not actually lined up with the other one. You could also do it like this, like line up the feet with this the foot of the pot, and then just jump in the air. It's also another way. There we go. Now it's lined up. Okay, so always start with the healing part first, so that way that keeps everything alive. So always put the green mono on the left. You can always put another green mono here, but you don't have to. Just whatever you have to make the level high enough. So like 10 plus 6 is 16, divided by 2 is 8. So anything can pop out from a level 3 to a level 8 green mono, which is strong enough. The healing factor will be strong enough to keep level 1s alive, which is perfect. Because for the iron, you want it to be a level 1 Kevin, so that way he's as low health as possible, so when he breeds into the pot, he'll actually take fall damage too, which is good. Forgot about that. But then he'll die faster, so he doesn't get all stacked up in the plot and start running around, which is what was happening. So you want to make sure that the Kevin is going to be a level 1, so make him a level 1, and breed with whatever else is a level 1. And then this contraption is just the droppers will take the inventory. Oh, okay, maybe he won't take fall damage. So when he dies, he drops a bunch of materials, they spit out, this chest collects them, and then the forges are craft connected. You can't really see them, but see the little radar dish looking thing? That's beaming the stuff over to this, so it's making iron, and then it's dropping it back to the chest. So in here we'll have a whole bunch of different items. The leather from the Kevin, fangs from Kevin, the iron being made, a bunch of random stuff from probably the fox, I don't know. Chicken eggs getting cooked, all that stuff. So this chest will have a bunch of crap in it. But I mainly just want it for the iron. So there we go. I think I got it fixed. If anything, I could have put it out a little bit further. That's okay. It's working. So this pot always has stuff in it because the green monos are dying in it, obviously. So you have to get rid of that stuff or else it'll build up. So just put droppers on it. Keep them low so that it doesn't spit them far. Don't worry about the stuff popping out now. I'll grab it. Then you just put a wall down. Mark it. Come on. There we go. Throw an absorber. I just put it pretty much where they're lined up at. And that's it. That's all you have to do for that part. A little extra income for you. Solves the issue of the way this pot doesn't get filled up, because eventually all 4 slots would get filled and then the eggs and stuff will be pouring out and just fuck everything up. These guys are always going to stay alive because they're being healed. Making my guys who drop iron and making an iron farm. Easy peasy. I can go ahead and move this stuff. Just make ramps up so that if anything goes wrong, I can always just get back up here really easy. Good enough. Looks terrible, but whatever, it's functional. Okay, so now I have an iron farm. I mean, I had one, but it wasn't working perfect. So I'll just take all that. Everything else I don't really have too much of use for. Eggs I already have abundance of, so I can get rid of those. The seeds I don't need because I have a bunch back at the main part of the base. I already have better food. I pretty much have everything I need out of this. And these all have like basic enchantments, which aren't super useful anymore. And I won't use the fangs or any of those, so literally you can just highlight anything you don't need, like I'm doing. I guess I can't do this. And just offer. There you go. Easy peasy. Empty inventory. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back to base, just kind of dump that iron in the container just so for when I need it for opening maps. I have it. And I think I'm just gonna go show you how to look for the dungeons that you'll need for getting better enchantments for like the mid game part. Grab that. Always keep a little bit of iron on you, just in case you have to make something out in the main part of the world. Okay, so I haven't opened many islands. I might actually start by showing you the Hell Island again, just because it seems like that's like the point where a lot of people get lost or they can't do it. But it's basically you just spend your time on the beginning islands just finding enchantments that you can use to make armor with, so it can boost your stats, like your attack points, your magic, your defense, all that stuff. So the more enchantments that you can get on your armor, the better off you're going to be, as long as they're giving you positive stuff. Like I know some of my enchantments have the red part where it's like defense -5, magic attack -10. That's okay. Like some small takeaways are good if like you have a really major boost. Like my attack is getting boosted by a lot, so it's okay that some of my other skills and stuff are going down. Because I'm making up for it with other things. So like this armor gives me 15 defense just for wearing it, so that -5 defense isn't that big a deal. So all these enchantments are going to make me strong enough, plus when I hold my swords. And then I use my skills, like my attack buffing skills, backwater formation, berserk, and battle him, and then use weapon polishing. And I can use a weapon skill like EI slash. I'll hit really hard so I can kill bosses much faster, so that way I can get their enchantments to make better gear, so then I can go fight even harder bosses, so I can make myself super strong. So you fight the stuff here, so you can fight the stuff here, so you can then move on and fight the even harder stuff. So now that I got the basic things, I'll kind of run you through how to get the items for advancing the age. Because Hell Island, you get the Hellfire Wood, the heated minerals, and Hell Peppers. And at first it seems really hard to get them, but it's actually pretty easy if you know what to look for. So let me go ahead and get my stuff ready. Now I have already done it on this island, so my usual route is I won't be able to do it because this stuff doesn't come back, but I can still show you what you're looking for. So as soon as you get here, you're going to run into heat damage and hell damage, which is a little annoying, but it's not too hard to deal with. Like, you take fire damage in here, blah blah blah. Just don't run out of stamina like I just did. That's really bad, because then you're going to get hit. Bring decent food with you. Sandwiches will do the trick. They're pretty easy to make. It's just bread and eggs. They heal pretty well, but always keep your heal spell ready, because you're going to need it for this island. So we're on an island level 5, so everything is pretty strong here. So I would avoid combat until you're ready. But I mean, I'm strong enough to where I can kill them. They're level 55, which isn't too bad. But if you're like level 10 and you don't have good armor, you're going to get killed pretty fast. Also, these lava geyser things, they like chase you around the map, and they happen like every 30 seconds or so. So just be careful, even inside the dungeons. I don't know why he's not attacking, but whatever. Okay, so the things you're looking for here, those big things are actually trees. So you can cut them down with your axe to get the hellfire wood. Oh, I'm inside the map. Jeez. That's not good. So let me go ahead and chop that down. This is pretty basic. You just chop it down like a regular tree would, and they drop you hellfire wood. All you need is 20. So I think it's like 4 or 5 of these trees will give you enough. Yeah, I've already got 8, so maybe even 3. Oop. There we go. Just roll out of the way. That's why dodge roll is really useful. It's like the first skill in the basics tree. This one right here. I always do dodge roll 2 points in rabbit jump, so I can jump higher with what, like my regular jump, this part, and then I do double jump, just because it's useful. Plus my the mask I'm wearing, it gives me more levels in all of those, so I can jump really high now and double jump really far, which is nice. Alright, I'm almost dead. Hold on. Shit. Might die. What the fuck? Sometimes they stun lock you, it's a little rough. But it's okay. Even if you die, you only lose money. You don't lose any items or any of that stuff. I think your gear takes a little bit of, what's it called? Max durability damage, but like barely any. It's only a couple points, so it's not that big a deal. Once again, just be prepared. I didn't have any of my food on my hotbar, so that was kind of stupid. But now we're prepared, so let's get my stamina up. Let's get the health back. Let's try this again. I also didn't have any of my skills active, so I was not hitting very hard, which is also another dumb idea. So some of your buffs only last for a little bit, like backwater formation and berserk. They only last for like a minute or two, but battle him, this one right here, the yellow one, that lasts for like 5 minutes. So if you're gonna be somewhere for a little bit, it's a good idea to activate it pretty much as soon as you start fighting, so that you can have it. it boosts your attack by how much? Hold on. Combat. Bonus attack 130%, so it's a good boost for 5 minutes. So let me go ahead and get that active. Heal myself. So now my attack's sitting at 2700, which is pretty okay. It's not terrible. Okay, let me go ahead and get this tree. I should almost have 20 of this by now. Also, you hit harder when you're mining rocks and hitting trees when you have your buffs active, so you can actually chop stuff faster. 19. Okay, so I just need one more. And then we can go on to getting the heated minerals. There's a couple ways you can get them, but the easiest way is just mining the specific rock that drops them. They're like solid red and black. They're really easy to notice. They're not around here though. Also, the chests here are pretty good because it's an island level 5. So it's a good idea to open pretty much any of them that you see. Just don't get yourself killed trying to do it. But even the basic ones will drop you sometimes pretty good stuff. Although that palladium's not that great. There's no use for them yet. So this game is still technically early access, so there's not a lot of items that can't be used, but there are a couple that don't have a use yet. They just have them in the game for whenever the updates do add on a use to them. But palladium's one of those items where they just exist. There you go. Like a shield, the research sample that I picked up, that's useful for you deliver it to an NPC. Some of them ask for specific items. I think the researcher asked for that thing. But sometimes they'll offer good items in exchange. Okay, I don't see any. Oh, there's one of the rocks right there. Let me go up there and get that. Yeah. Let me eat this food. It's pretty easy actually to avoid the damage from the monsters. You can pretty much just run away from them. Now the archers, you just gotta zigzag. But this is what those rocks are. They drop just heated mineral. They only drop 4 per rock, so you need at least 5 to advance the age. Alright, another tip. If you're ever climbing and you're almost out of stamina. Oh shit, I don't have any actual floors. Hold on. Oh, hold on. This is why you should keep floors on you. You can actually dodge roll out of crafting, so if in that situation right there where middle of crafting you think you need to get away, just dodge roll. Also, there's a rock here. Okay, so say you're climbing a big ass cliff. Let's start like right here. And you run out of stamina like halfway and you're like, oh shit, I know I'm gonna have to fall down. Say you barely almost make it and you run out of stamina. Just take a floor piece, equip it, and you can literally place it while you're climbing, and then to drop down just press B or whatever you're on, and you can just like kind of fall down, and there you go. And then if you need to, you can crouch to get your stamina back faster, and you can keep going. And if you really want that stone piece back, you can actually pick it up. Hold on. There we go. Let me unequip the other one. So you can actually pick it up and then just keep climbing. Stupid lava geyser. Okay, so heated mineral rocks. I don't see too many. I've gotten most of them that are on this side of the island. Oh, here's another chest. I'm almost gonna die. Donut. Also, if you step into a dungeon, you stop taking like area damage and all that stuff. Now the lava geysers will still try to get you in here, so just still be careful of that. There's always a secret chest behind the portal. Sometimes you get some good food and shit. This is a trial dungeon, so it'd be an easy one. But I'm mainly here for the Hell Island stuff. So I've got the Hellfire Wood that I need. I've got 8 of the heated mineral. Outlaw, hey, how you doing? I'm just continuing some of my tips videos. So this is when you have to go to like the Hell Island. to get certain materials to advance the age. There's 3 materials you have to get here, but this is one of the harder islands to fight on, just because there's so many things trying to kill you. But I need to get heated minerals, so let's... Plus everything's super high level here. Okay. Let's get this chest over here. Let me open the map really quick. Okay, so I haven't been in this area. So that means I haven't picked up any of the rocks, so I can probably get some of the heated mineral over on the side where this cliff drops off. Some food. Oh, there's also a dungeon here. Oh, sick. Should have made some stamina potions, that would have helped. Okay, I don't see any of the rocks, that's fine. Let's go get the hell peppers. So inside the red skulls, these are like the goblin camps on the regular world. Heated mineral, or sorry, hell peppers, they grow inside here. So you can just come in and pick them up. Plus there's always at least one of these rocks in here. I mean, everything is trying to kill you, so it is a little hard to get those. So I'm gonna get out of there before I die. Oh shoot, like this. Shit. It is still hard to be on this island without the correct potions and the right armor and stuff. But that's okay. I'll go off in a different direction, because I was pretty much on the other side of the island over here-ish. So I can probably start trying to go towards the middle area. Now there's 2 options to try to get this heat resistance to stop bothering you. You can make heat resistance potions from hell peppers. It takes hell peppers and red herbs, which you can grow both of those back at base and automate it, so where it can automatically make these hell resistance potions for you. Those give you 1,000 levels of heat resistance, and it gives you 100 levels of hell flame resistance, so you can be on this island without taking any damage at all, which is nice. Or you can make like this specific set of armor that does the same thing. It's from the dragon scales, from the red dragon, the lizard executioner boss, or the blue scales from the grim reaper boss. But those are kind of hard to find, so. And they're hard to kill. Ooh, rally. This is another item I just picked up that doesn't have a use yet. Drops from the lava geysers. Oh, I'm sorry, it actually does have a use. Makes ammo for the tanks. And yes, there's a tank in this game that you can make and shoot monsters with. It's pretty funny. Okay, get rid of the ping. Now, I've done this before, so like a lot of the resources I need I've already grabbed. And it unfortunately doesn't come back, so I have to travel further to get more. I just want to show people how you can get this stuff. Now, you could also fight the monsters. They will randomly drop the heated minerals, but it's like a 10% chance or something like that for it to drop, so you'd have to kill quite a lot of monsters. But I do still need hell peppers, so I need to go actually up to the goblin camps really quick. Juke. And it sucks because I like using the hell. Oh, is that the dragon? Oh, it's a bone dragon. That's alright. If you run far enough away, they'll stop trying to kill you. Yeah, or run away. The bone dragon is a little hard to fight when you're not very strong. He just has a lot of ranged attacks that can hit you for a lot of damage. And you have to be able to kill him very quickly before he does them. Perfect example. Now, if it's not like when the floors are snapped to the grid, sometimes you don't get a good spot under you. Just do the free place mode, and you can kind of like place it where you need it. Sometimes it doesn't always work very well. All right, dude, I get it. Jeez. If you ever need to find where these goblin camp things are at, they should be marked on your map. They look like, it's hard to see this one, but see how it's like a black circle with like dots around it? There, that's the goblin mouse, or goblin skull things. There's one that's like way up here, like on the other side of there. There's one that's way down there on the other side of this cliff face. And then way off in the distance, there's one like right there, and one way right there. So there's a bunch around the map. There's just always like so many enemies around. It's really hard to like get in there and get the stuff you need. Damn, what a big guy. Level 108. Let me not mess with this guy. Alright, get the peppers and get out of there. There's usually about 2 or 3 peppers in each of the skulls, so I'm gonna die. Gosh damn it. So you need to go to at least a few of the skulls to get the 10 hell peppers you need. Yeah, I only have 6, so. And I only have 12 heated minerals, so I need to get more. Now what I could do is, I think I will do it. The next skull I go to, way off in the distance, I'll just activate my skills and kill everything, and then I can just gather all the stuff inside. Oh, come on, make it. There we go. That way I'll have an easier time of just gathering the stuff I need. I'm on fire. Okay. It is kind of far away though, it's way over there. Now the names of some of the monsters change just based on what level they are. So these guys are just regular lizard swords, but they're level 55, so they're in their second form. Yeah, they're in their second form, the fake stoicism. It just means that they're going to drop different enchantments and sometimes different materials than their base form. And the levels are from levels 1 through 29 is their base form. Levels 30 through 59 is the second. 60 through 89 is third, and anything like 90 and above will be in their best forms. So like dragons, for example, same thing. Level 1 through 29, it's just a dragon, and then level 30 through 59, it's like ferocious dragon, and then so on and so forth. And then level 90 and above, it's a raging dragon. So this one's irritated because it's level 73. That's its third form. Okay, so let me activate this. Let me actually fight this dragon. Hold on. Where is he? So there's so many enemies I just... Damn, that was kind of dumb. Oh well. So I just need to be way stronger to be able to kill things here in one hit, so I won't have to deal with stuff. But I'm close. I almost have all the resources. I just won't go by the dragon one. I forgot he was over that way. But being able to hit for 12,000 damage is really good. This, we're just kind of on a high level island. But that would be able to kill like a level 3 island boss, I think, in like one hit. Oh, you jerk. And probably just go up to that one. Oh, I have 2 skills I can spend. Hold on. Backwater's better. Okay, cool. So I'll gain a much bigger boost from using backwater formation, so that's nice. And using the skills actually do stack, so like if one gives me 200% extra attack and one gives me another 150, so on and so forth, I'll actually gain like in succession like all of those. So you can boost your attack quite a lot, or magic attack based on the magic skills you gather. Oh, there's actually a rock right there. Oh, there's two of them. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, so I actually only need hell peppers, so let's go down here and get the hell peppers in here. And then I should be able to get the heated minerals from the rocks that are up on the ridge. So usually just kind of like run in here, don't sprint, and then once you get the hell peppers, then you sprint out, so you have enough stamina to get away. Because like usually they don't really notice you right away, so you can kind of like get in there pretty easily. But once you pick up the stuff and like spend enough time in there, they're like, oh shit, there's a guy in here. You can just sprint right past him back out. Okay, let's get the pickaxe. Gotta watch my health. There's also yellow herbs right here. It's good to get the seed. I didn't get the seed, which sucks. Because you can plant those and then you can have a resource to make stamina potions with. Which are very, very useful for this game. Because they let you expel stamina unlimitedly for like 10 to 15 seconds or so. So you can like sprint and dodge roll like really fast, like really, really quickly. And you can cover a lot of ground in like 15 seconds. You can get like halfway across the map. Okay, let's do this. I already did the wall thing. Okay, that's fine. I'm not running the dungeons because I'm not too worried about getting slates of growth. Because this is more just like how to do things character more than actually doing a serious playthrough. But you still kind of have to know like how to do certain stuff just to even get through all the ages. Now my speed runs are much better at doing this because I know an easy path to get all the stuff you need. Okay. Oh shoot. Yeah, you gotta be careful of those stupid lava geysers. Okay, so I have enough heated minerals. I have enough hellfire wood. I just need 2 more hell peppers, and we're done with gathering the materials needed to advance the age. I just need more diamond ore, and I believe the black gunpowder is the last part. And then I should be able to advance the age, which isn't too bad. Now you could hand mine the diamonds, this stuff right here, but it takes a long time to get the 200, or you can just buy in stacks of 100 from the merchants. On islands level 4 and 5, I believe. Costs a little bit, but there we go. Hell peppers. And get out of there. Okay, cool. So we're done with this island. If I was smart, I would have brought a teleport potion with me, so I could have just got out of here really quick. You could also take the easy way and just let yourself get killed, but that costs money, so you can just travel all the way back. Eat a little bit. So heat damage also drains your max hunger, which lowers your max stamina as well. So you have to keep an eye on your hunger the whole time you're here, because when you're trying to get around, like I'm doing right now, you need a lot of the stamina. So if it's lowered, you're gonna fall and take damage, shit like that. It's gonna be annoying. So it's like hunger, health, stamina, like all those things all rolled into one. Trying to keep a constant eye on those bars while you're trying to fucking dodge enemy arrows and stuff. But this island's pretty fun. Once you get really strong, you can just like roll through here and just kill everything. It's really fun. But that's soon. It's very soon. Now, if I had access to a low-level dragon, I could add the Crimson and Dragon enchantments onto my armor, and I'd be much stronger. I'd be able to put those, basically add both of those onto the rings, add it onto here, add it onto here, and then even on the red beret I could add it. So I'd be able to boost my attack way further, so I'd be able to one-shot pretty much everything here. But I didn't get lucky with my island, so just have to deal. Alright, we're almost off this island. I might as well check these guys, because they might be selling diamond. Now don't worry about this like visual effect that they're gathering. They're not on fire. It's just like everything that exists on this island except for your character gets this like effect. It doesn't actually do anything. Okay, no diamond ingot or no diamond ore. which is what I'm actually looking for. I can't use the ingots to advance the age. Nah, they're not selling any. That's okay. Alright, let's head back to base. Drop off that stuff, and then I can show you guys like how to start looking for. So if you're in your attack build, another boss that you can fight for good enchantments would be the Executioner boss. He drops good weapons, as well as good enchanted stuff. For magic users, you're gonna look for the Griffins and the Reaper boss, because they both drop magic enchantments. Let's go ahead and put this stuff in here. Okay, and I'd already gathered the stuff you needed to advance the age, so I'd already gotten all that shit before. Let's put that all in there. Sell the things I won't be using. These coins, so this coin, like anything labeled like silver coin, bronze coin, gold coin, those things, they're literally meant to be sold. This bag of gold coins is 300,000 gold. So it's really helpful if you're still early game without a money farm. Those coins can be helpful. Everything I could hold on to. And if you run across swords, so this is a weaker version of the swords I am using, so I won't ever need them because they're obviously not as strong. Just offer it. Same thing for any swords that you pick up. Okay, so this was the sword I was using. Another trick you can use, you can lock items. So if you don't want to accidentally offer an item, you can lock them. So left trigger, for Xbox at least, it's left trigger, right trigger, and then L3. So now I can't offer this item. And I can do that for everything I use. But it's only for equipment, so I can't do it on like seeds or anything. Or I can't do it on stuff like down here. Okay, that's that. I also don't want to get rid of this or my lumberjack sword. But this I can get rid of. Offer. I don't need any of these seeds except for my peach seeds, so I can get rid of these. Oh, I'll keep the yellow herb one. And hell pepper and detoxifying mushrooms are good because you can combine those with the yellow seeds to make poison resistance potions. So let me actually show you guys that this episode because I need black gunpowder. So I'll show you a trick to get the black gunpowder and making a bunch of the medium-sized planters, which are kind of hard to make anyway. So I'll kind of combine that into one video or one like tip thing, or bobber, whatever you want to call it. Okay, offer a potato. I don't need you. Also, I can go ahead and get rid of this sword, this pickaxe, because I have a diamond one now, so it's better. I don't really use bows for anything, so I can get rid of that. Also don't need a shield, don't use it. You can keep all those things if you want. You can throw them in a chest, you can put them in a display item. Do whatever you want with them, but for at least my purposes, I don't actually need them for anything. So, alright, here we go. So whenever you start a game, you don't have any maps open. When you start opening maps, they're actually they have island levels. So if you look on the left side, it's like right below the picture. It says island level 1. The level of the island determines a lot of different things. So it determines what bosses can even appear on those islands in the dungeons. It determines the monsters that will spawn there. It will also determine the level of the monsters. So if you also look, it used to actually say like the range of the enemies. But if you look underneath the island level, it says enemy level. So beginner island is just level 1 enemies. Then level 8 enemies on first island, second, level 11, so on and so forth. And the further along you go, the much higher they start becoming. So like this is an island level 6, level 70 enemies. Island level 7 will probably be like it'll probably say level 90-ish or so. And then level 7 is the highest they can go. It's just 4 layers of them. But yeah, you're going to have to start getting your gear to be a much higher level to be able to even fight them, let alone survive long enough. Like I was barely surviving on this island. So the islands level 1, or 0, 1, 2, and 3 can only spawn certain bosses. Once you hit level 4, you can start running into the Lizard Executioner, the Reaper boss, some more diverse bosses, because the first few island levels you can only fight the Ancient Golem, Floor, that like Petal Lady, the Tyrant Snake. I think I'm probably forgetting one, but there's like that's like the basic ones you can fight, and that's it. And maybe the dragon if you can find them on on the correct island. But then once you hit level 5, you can start running around the dungeons, which is what I'll show you. The quickest way to find whether or not a dungeon is a fighting dungeon or if it's just a trial, which doesn't have any bosses, is based on the dungeon's actual color on the mini-map. So if it's yellow, it means there's a fight involved. If it's blue, that means it's a trial. So if you have a helicopter, which I do not, which I should probably go back and make. Actually, no, that's fine. You can just fly around the map and see what color the dungeons are, and then you can just go to the ones that have fights and then look for the bosses that way. Because what you're trying to do is find specific bosses, and once you find where a dungeon spawns a certain boss, they'll always spawn that same boss. So you can actually mark it and like go back and farm him, so that we can have a bunch of his materials, and you can try multiple times to get armor with multiple enchantments on them. So the first two I think are over here somewhere. Also on higher islands, monsters will start getting these effects. The name also reflects what effect it is, so dissolving has an acid effect on them. So if they hit you, you take like poison damage, I think. Their name, see that dissolving part? That determines what that extra effect does. And there's like 4 or 5 different types. Okay, I'm like right next to one. Okay, so this is a island of dungeons, so there's like 6 different bosses that could spawn in here. The Reaper could spawn in here, the Axe Lizard could spawn. Oh, the King Mono, that's the one I was forgetting earlier. He can spawn in here. Ancient Golem, Tyrant Snake, and Floor. So there's like a bunch that could spawn in here, but I think I want to run into the Lizard Executioner because it'll give me a faster start on getting better enchantments. Okay. Oh shit. Okay. Also, those enemies that have those name modifiers, like dissolving, and then one of those goblins had an explosive modifier, they drop the reward bags. So that's what they're little extra special. So you open them and they pop out random items. So sometimes it's amber, sometimes it's like gotcha coins, some other stuff. So kind of useful. Feed to book, feed to book. Oh yeah, of course. Any chance you can get to add to your picture book, definitely do it. I don't have too much yet, but because this is just my tips character, so it's sort of a small start. But my main character has a bunch of picture book items. Oops, wrong thing. Alright, so like this one, since he can like disappear and come back, he's got a name modifier, Reckless. I think he also will explode when he dies. But he can teleport, which is kind of funny. Oh, he did. Okay. Maybe it's just the teleporting ability. Oh, it's this guy. Damn. Come on. Yeah, okay, so he teleports and he explodes with the reckless name modifier. There we go. So I played this game for a long time and I still can't figure out what the like if it's an antidote, whether it's going to be the snake or Floor. I can never figure out what it's going to be. But you can kind of see through the portal and you can determine if it's something you want to fight or not. I mean, you want to fight everything, but okay. So it's a tyrant snake, so it's not that hard. But he doesn't drop anything that useful. His fangs can make some decent poison spears in the beginning, but I'm a dual wielder, so don't need him. This guy's easy to kill. You just lock on and swing away. I didn't pop any of my buffs, but I can if I need to. He's already dead. Never mind. But yeah, he drops regular fangs with enchantments. The high, sometimes mid grade, sometimes high grade, depending on his level. Bones. That token is just meant to like turn into one of the NPCs, so you can just hold on to those. I like to display them around my base sometimes. They're pretty cool. And then his actual like boss drop is the Poisonous Fang of Tyrant Snake. So this thing is made for making spears. Some of them are pretty good though. But I've never really used them because I always just skip straight to the Fafnir weapons after the basic chest weapons I use. Okay. Gold, sword, research, platinum, food, level 3 sword, golds, shield, and some weapons. Okay, so nothing crazy. When your inventory gets full like that, sort your inventory so you have all the stuff you're using at the top. This is the pickaxe I am using. It's actually not terrible. Okay, you know what? No, I'll keep that one for now. So just highlight everything you're not going to use. Also, there's lightsabers in this game, which is amazing. I don't use them because they're not as strong, but they're still cool. Sword, corn. Okay, cool. And then you can just offer to the book. Easy peasy. All in one shot. There we go. Now, if I wanted to fight the monster again, just come to this spot right here, and the monster will be You can see him in there. He'll be respawned. So you don't have to leave the dungeon, which is really nice. Because once you find like the monster you do want to actually farm, that makes it much faster. Until you can fight the level 5 Anubis, the Hell Anubis. He'll start dropping these things called Scrolls of Indulgence. They let you force respawn bosses instantly. Like, you can just use the scroll and he'll immediately be reborn right in front of you, so you can just farm him that way faster. But you'd have to kill 3 lava golems first on the level 5 Hell Island, which I'm not quite strong enough to do yet. At least do it quickly. Because I'm still quite squishy, so I die pretty quick. So it'd be pretty hard. Alright, so that was just a trial dungeon. There's no bosses in there, so it's not what I'm looking for. I'm just going to skip it. So that'll save you time. So you can skip certain dungeons if you know that the boss you're looking for is not going to spawn in there. So you don't have to waste time in there. I mean, you can still do it for the Slates of Growth, but there's the Kevin, the Fergus guy. He's an easier farm. Now if you're a magic user, Royal Tombs is what you're looking for, because the griffin that spawns inside the tomb, it's either the griffin or the lizard gunner, so you have pretty much a 50-50 shot of getting what you need, which is really nice. Oh, and I just noticed you're just not strong as other weapons. Yeah, for some reason the lightsabers are pretty weak compared to like other swords. Surprisingly, I thought they were like the best weapons you can get. I was like, they're lightsabers though, when I first started playing, until I figured out like the actual number system. And I was like, damn, dude, they're hella weak. That'd have been cool if they had different lightsaber colors and stuff too. That'd have been dope. That honestly was such a great tip. Wait, which tip did I give you that was good? Sometimes I say so many things I forget what I actually am talking about. Oh, it's probably about the dungeon tip. Oh yeah, also if I can't pull up the mini-map, but the color of the actual dungeons can tip you off too. So the yellow ones they involve a fight, so it's gonna be certain types of dungeons, and then blue colored dungeons on the map, those are just trials, so you can just skip those. Because then the only thing that you're gonna get out of those is just the Slate of Growth, and then whatever chests are at the end of the dungeon. Which, I mean, is still useful, but if you want to quickly get what you're looking for, you can just skip them. Also, I'm not sure if I have crocodiles. I might want to get crocodiles for dangerous. But I think I have some back at base. That's another good attack intent. Early is to just catch crocodiles and kill a bunch of them, and get dangerous on like your rings, red beret, some other stuff. But for now, I think I have one back at base. The boss one. Oh yeah. Farm the heck out of those dungeons. Yeah, it's good to know when you want to look for bosses. Oh yeah, for sure. Because you end up like spending so much time just running around doing all the different dungeons, and you never even find what you're looking for. So you can just cut out like at least half the dungeons. Also, this guy, these stone golems, they're really easy. You can just jump on their back, and they almost always have 2 weak spots. So with dual wielding, you can hit 2 at the same time. Super easy. I don't need silver. And if I was smart, I would have made a helicopter too. You can just fly like straight up in the air, and from the air you can see most of the dungeons anyways. So you can just fly to the exact ones you want to check out. It's pretty funny. This one might have a griffin. I might even do like a set of magic armor as well, just to show people how to like what to look for. And it is a griffin. Sick. Let me just jump shot spam his eye. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's another easy way to do it. Okay, so if you're a dual wielder, pop your buffs before you go into the boss fight, because you should be able to kill him quickly enough that it won't be a problem. So I want to eat my food. That's good for magic attack or attack. There we go. Alright, let's do it. They always do like a little roar, like that little circle that came down. There we go. One shot, bitch. If you get too close, it'll like actually stun you when you get too close to him. Okay, don't need those. I won't need those. Alright, sick. That was actually really good. So with pretty basic enchantments on my gear, so iron rings with veteran ancient, a whetstone with veteran ancient elephant blacktail gulls, that's from beginner island stuff. Fire demon scorching, all pretty basic, and then some kind of decent swords. You can hit really, really hard with the right skills, which is really nice. And then those gave me feathers, which you can turn them into swords. You could also use them to make gear later on, which is really useful. The wizard cloaks are good because you can use the Fafnir enchantments that drop on the linen cloths or linen wool. Those are good. I could also save them up to make these griffin wings, which are a different form of flying. So instead of having my glider, I could actually use wings to fly around, which are really dope. Nice, and I got a Paraiba. Sick. Kind of haven't done any of the missions in a while. Got most of them done. Yeah, I still need most of the fish. Those aren't too hard though. Don't need that. Don't need that. Okay, it's all weapons. Oh damn. Crit chance. That'd be good for a critical chance build. Actually, no, I'm going to keep this staff because that'd actually be good for if I wanted to do a mage build. See, the nice part about this game is that it's so cheap to reset your skills that if I wanted to, I could very easily switch from being a melee user to like a mage build or a bow user, whatever. Because you always get that first reset for free, so I always wait till I'm pretty high level, so I have a lot to work with. Then I reset for free, and then by that point I always have a money farm, so that 100 grand is just a drop in the bucket to like reset skills manually. So don't be afraid to like start off as one class and then switch over to what you actually want to be later when you have access to actually decent enchantments, because early game there's really not that many magic enchantments that you can work with, so you're kind of like shoehorned into being a melee user or a bow user early on. Until later, like these levels is where you start actually running into the melee or the magic attack enchantments. So like for example, jack-o'-lanterns. Let me find one for you. So these pumpkins that are just randomly laying around, see how one has like a green leaf? That's just a pumpkin. If it has a red colored leaf, this one's yellow, it's just a normal one. Red leaf? Okay, I couldn't show you, but this one had a red leaf. It turns into this monster. These guys actually drop semi-decent... I already have them equipped. These guys drop decent elemental dust and then charcoal, which can both be used, I think, for different gear. Yeah, whole bunch of different gear types. Even the Iron Magic Catalysts and other stuff. So you have plenty of options to like kind of work with this, and then there's two enchantments, the Wandering and then Jack-o'-lanterns. The Jack-o'-lanterns is the better part, just because it gives you plus 15 magic attack. So you could potentially have this as one of the enchantments that works with the other ones on your gear. And then charcoal. Okay, maybe it doesn't make that much gear, but it has a couple options you can possibly get. So that's just one enchantment you can do. If you find the Reaper boss, which is another dungeon up here, I gotta check. He drops really, really good enchants for the magic builds. So he drops glass, which you can then turn into rings, which is really good option. So you can use like the magic attack from your iron, and then magic attack builds from the glass. So you can have like a ring with 4 enchantments all towards magic attack. So that's really useful. You can also catch these guys like I did before, and you could breed a bunch of them and kill them, so you have a lot of their resources. And this is a trial dungeon, so not useful. Also, the griffin spawns in this spot all the time. This is like his open area. Like this is where he spawns, like his island. There's always different bosses on different islands that spawn in the open. You know, let's do the thing again. Okay, that's his big attack. Just get away from him. Spawns like a bunch of tornadoes. It used to crash everybody's Xbox when the game first came out. That move specifically would fuck everybody's Xbox up. Alright. All the busts are equipped. He's gonna do a move. And then I can hit him with my move. There we go. So it's all about what enchantments you can get, but then also stacking a bunch of different buff skills. I mean, they may not last very long, but long enough to kill something really fast. Okay, don't need research samples, honestly. Fossils are also for NPC quests, so that's good. I don't need them. Because the NPCs will only offer you like basic items. There's only a couple that will give you something important. Like this blueprint for the multi-sling is from the warrior, the researcher, or the fisher. That's really like one of the only important things they can offer. I mean, they also give you some other useful things, but I mean, it's just I don't use them very often. Also, those cows. There's a mission to try to kill 10 of those things. They're called, I forget the actual name, determined cow, but there's a name for them. Hold on. Let them die. Oh. I know something's attacking me. This one, nothing to lose cow. That's the suicide cows. You have to kill 10 of those. 2 of them spawn on the Fallen Leaves Island. So the one right next to the griffin, and then actually pretty close by, right about up here, there's another one. It's like right on the other side of that line of trees. So if you have a bow or if you're a magic user, it's easier to kill them from far away, because it doesn't count as a kill if you make them explode. You have to like hit them with the headshot or hit them with magic before they can use their explosion skill, which kind of sucks. Oh, here's a dungeon right here, I forgot. And this is a island dungeon, so this could produce what I'm looking for, either the Axe Executioner Lizard or the Reaper boss. Sometimes it's hard to get the portal to go. Always check behind the portal. There's usually hidden doors or hidden walls or whatever you want to call them. That stuff. Sometimes you get good stuff, sometimes you don't. It's always good to check. Especially the rare chests, they have a better chance of giving you really good items. But the basic chests are just as good. Okay, let's do this. Here, children. So these are technically the same monster as the regular goblin children. They're just a higher level version. So that's why they're red instead of green. And they have the name Mischievous Goblin Kid instead of just Goblin Kid. That's really the only difference. And then their enchantments might be different as well. So it says Mischievous Kid instead of just like Goblin Kid. So it'll probably just be a stronger variant of that basic enchantment. It's probably still not very good. Never mind. That's fine. But yeah, you just check every enchantment that you run across, and eventually you'll be able to tell which ones are good and which ones are bad. The actual color of the enchantment also can help you determine if it's good. So light blue, see how Tyrant is like a light blue? That's a basic enchantment. Then you have, these are all the same level, light blue. It's because all these are from like the basic islands. Then you have like green crocodiles. That's like a mid-range enchantment. Then purple is like rare. It's like the second best one group. And then there's I don't know if I have any actually. Oh, and there's blue. Blue is right under purple. I'm sorry. I think the order goes light gray, green, blue. I think there's light blue in there too. I can't remember the exact order, but I just know that from top down, the best one is the legendary ones is the gold. Then it's purple. Then I think it's dark blue. Then I think it's green. Then it's like light blue and the other colors. But the only really important ones are like purple, dark blue, and gold. So as you go up in island levels, you'll start running into the better enchantments. So you can start getting those ones on your gear, because they usually give you more of a boost than the basic enchantments. Alright, out of space again. Alright, off those. Excuse me. You don't always have to pick up everything if you don't want. Or you can hoard everything. Same thing. I also have 2 more skill points, so let's go ahead and spend those. And now that I have like my basics tree, I've got the stuff I wanted. My magic, I only really needed heal. I don't know why I put 2 in Runic Barrage, that was kind of dumb. I don't really take many in other skill tabs when I'm a melee user, because I want most of my skills towards trying to make myself stronger. It's like weapon polishing, you got your battle hymn maxed out. Let's go ahead and max out backwater formation, because this one at max level will give me 200 bonus attack percent. So if my attack right now is at 1328, when I activate backwater formation, it will give me 200% of my sitting base, what my attack is now. So it will add on 2656 more damage. So I'll be at 39, I think. So let's test this. Okay, 34. My math was off by a little bit, but it basically gives me, you can basically triple my damage because it's giving you 200% more on top of what you were at. And then if you activate Berserk, even more, so I'm at 37, and then Battle Hymn, 5100. So that's how you can get yourself to be really, really strong. So one-hitting guys, being able to one-hit bosses is nice. I'm gonna have to wait for my skills to reset. That's okay. This is how you actually take like building your character and then going out and actually applying it, is being able to kill bosses quickly, mobs, like you can just walk through them. It just makes gathering stuff much faster and easier. So you can go out and get better materials and blah 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 blah, more experience, all that good stuff. Because now that I'm on a higher level island, I'm gaining more experience than if I stayed at a lower level island. Okay, she's kind of annoying because she can hit you from like a bunch of different directions. She has poison damage, stuff like that. Blue is just regular damage, I think. Gold is like confusion, so like your input directions will be backwards. So like if you put left, you'll run right, shit like that. Poison damage though is really annoying. Die. Sick. Also, her petals, these things, they make staffs. They're not very good. I mean, if you can get them early on, like very, very early, it's kind of useful, but... show you. Also, now that she's like higher level, she starts dropping her better enchantments. So like if you read Fully Blooming is that first one where it says magic attack plus 20, max mana plus 10%, you know, mana consume rate goes down, all that good stuff. So that's an example of a pretty decent early game magic attack enchant because it gives you just a flat 20 magic attack damage. The ones that start giving you a flat number plus then a percentage number, like for example, I think I have some iron. Yeah, so Dangerous is a good example of it gives you both. So it gives you 15 just base attack, and then also it does a 10% boost. So if my attack is at 2700, and then I put on a piece of equipment that has Dangerous on it, it's going to give me that 15, and then it's going to take 10% of that 2700. So it's going to give me another 270 attack on top of what I'm already holding. So that's where that percentage boost is so important, because it just takes whatever you're at already and just adds more. So it's really sick. Once you start adding on a lot, you can really, really boost your damage or magic attack or defense, whatever you're trying to boost. That's like finding these enchantments throughout the game. You start piecing them all together to where you can like stack all their effects and make a really strong character. That's where I feel like a lot of like newer players like get a little lost. Is it well, A is like it's hard to find where they exist, like what they drop from and how to even farm them, but then also how to get them to work together with other enchantments. Oh, arowana. Sick. I'm picking up fish that I need for the mission. So I keep noticing that. But yeah, so over time you'll find more good enchantments, and you just gotta figure out ways to get them on a build. And that's just part of the fun, is like just finding new fun ways of making armor that's good or weapons that are good. And there's so many different enchantments that it's easy to like mix and match like different ones to find newer ways to make yourself stronger. Let's see what's in hidden chest number 2. Hey. And sometimes you get some crazy ass weapons. Like demons, I think, is a pretty good enchant. So if you didn't have good swords like I already do, coming onto these high level islands and getting something like Demon's Thoughtful. So this sword, just by holding it, I mean it's weaker than the swords I am using, so I probably won't. But Demons is at plus 40% attack speed. So as a dual wielder, that is so much faster. Like holy shit. I might actually just keep it. Oh damn. And this sword has one too. I mean they're both way weaker than the swords I'm using, so I'm not going to, but oh my god. I'm a Beyblade now. Jesus. I mean just the attack speed is so fucking fast. Holy cow. I think if you go over here, scroll down, attack speed. Okay, maybe it caps it. I know some of the skills it has a hard cap, like you can't go above a certain number. So I think maybe attack speed for dual wield is capped at a certain number. Final deadly. Oh, wait a second. Oh shoot, I didn't equip the right sword. There we go. I was like, wait a second. Attack speed 80%. Oh my god. It seems to be about the same, but still, it's so fucking fast. Holy shit. I really am a Beyblade. Oh my god, that's crazy. That could be a strategy too, trying to get swords with deadly on them so that you can just attack super quick. That's funny. Alright, let me go see, let me kill something. Come here. He's so funny. He's like, oh god, I can't do anything. Oh my god, that's so fucking fast. Sprinting, doing like the air attack makes you do a Beyblade move. It's so sick. Oh my god. That's awesome. All right, so I'm gonna just keep the whatever one is stronger ish. Hold on. Get away from all these guys. 320. Oh, they're both 320. Broadsword versus Dirk. Don't make me kill you. Okay. Dirk and Camels 320. Alright, I guess this one's technically stronger. Okay, and then I'll just keep this one. That plus 10 attack percent is better than any of this stuff. Okay. Offer this sword. I'm gonna keep this sword, hell yeah. Lock that one. Damn, so I picked up 3 different swords that had deadly on it. Holy shit. Oh wait, no, this one's demons? Oh, final deadly, something totally different, never mind. So I just had 2 swords with demons, that's funny. Six, and I'll just be able to attack way faster. All about that DPS. Oh yeah, the red ones explode when they die, so be careful of that one. Okay, so I think that was all the dungeons on this island. That's 1. There's the one that was just the trial, so that's 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you can only get 5 islands, or 5 dungeons per island. Some only have 4. So once you've gotten them all, you know there's no more. Or once you have 5, you know there's no more. So you can just quickly get out of there. Because when I first started doing like dungeon hunting, it would take me like an hour and a half to 2 hours to just do all of them. But once you skip like the ones that don't have the monsters that you're not looking for, it cuts down on that time by a lot. So I want to stay with island level 4, because that's when they first started appearing. So I want to have to go here, 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 and I think here, and then across, because this is level 3 and then 4. Yeah. So I have to go back and get more supplies really quick, so I can unlock those islands. So let's go back. Alright. That's what I needed, actually. Excuse me. Alright, so I needed a bunch of wheat flour. There's some other stuff I don't remember. Okay, so logs, cogs, and wheat flour. So cogs I need iron for, which I do have a bunch of, so that's good. Logs, cogs, I need iron. Also, so this is a specific reason why I had certain automations. So I had a log automation going. Let's grab these. So it's just the basic, I planted a tree, I grew it. It's being healed by my green monos dying in the water below. So right here. These boys are dying and healing almost literally everything around it. So the tree is never going to die from the reapers popping up and hitting it. Then I have this chest absorbing it with the absorber. And there's always going to be logs in here. Well, unless I take them out. So logs, and then to make cogs you just need iron. So let me go ahead and pop the iron. Just make a bunch of cogs. Boom. And I can make 100 each, so that's good. You'll need them, trust me. Once those are done, I can go ahead and then start opening some more maps. That's basically what you do. Like when you're hunting for a certain boss to farm, just go to the islands. I mean, if it's your first time playing through, you're gonna want to check literally every island until you know where they spawn and when they spawn. But I know that they start spawning on island level 4, so you just go check until you find one. Then you don't have to look for them anymore, because they're gonna always spawn in that exact dungeon. So you can just mark the maps. Like say if they showed up here, I could just go. Well, actually there was a griffin, so So the griffin that spawns inside the island is spelled, or inside the dungeon is spelled Ffin. The one that spawns on the open worlds on the Fallen Leaves is spelled Ffon. There's actually two different griffins. So the griffin, where was he? Hold on. It was like somewhere over here-ish, so I'll just put B5. So I know that if I needed a mid-level griffin to farm, he's right here. It may not be exactly B5, but I know he's in the Royal Tomb on the left side of the island, so good to go. Let's go ahead and check the cogs. Now the reason I'm skipping doing level 3 and below islands, I didn't get a dragon spawn on a level 1 island, which would let me get his iron. He's too high level once you start getting 2 and higher, so it kind of sucked. He does spawn here, but he'll be in the second form. He'll be level 30 to level 59, so I can't get iron from that one, so that stinks. So he becomes not useless because he still drops his dragon scales every once in a while, but he only drops 1, and he has a 50% chance to drop it, so it's really low. So you may have to fight him maybe 20 times, maybe 30 times to get all 10 scales to make the iron, or make the armor from him. So these armors. And the reason you want this stuff will give you that protection from the hell resistance, so it's really nice. But on low level islands, he only drops 1. Once he starts getting in his 3rd and final forms, he'll start dropping 5 or 3 and then 5 scales a time. So if you can just get yourself strong enough to kill him in the higher levels, you'll be better off. Let me check and see if I did have that crocodile, because I may also try to pump my enchantments up a little bit. I do not have a crocodile. Okay, so I just gotta remember to get one. So I have some basic stuff, you know, cow, elephant, just for the tusks. The important one though, as well as the Kevin. If I can get myself a high level monster, something over level 100, I can start forcing Kevins to be over level 90, so I can get their good enchanted iron, so I can get that on there, and then I can go get the crocodile. So I actually might do that. And show you guys how to get yourself some mid-game armor. Because right now I would consider this armor pretty early game, because I only have a couple enchantments on each gear piece. This one's the only actual nice one, has 4. Then some okay swords, 2 enchanted glider, 3 enchanted light armor, some very basic stuff, very easy to get, all stuff from the beginner island, except the mask and the swords. The mask I bought from a merchant pretty easily, and the swords, as you see, you just get from chests. It's very simple. The only hard part is just making your actual rings in your armor and stuff, but that's pretty straightforward. As far as getting mid-game gear, stuff that will let you fight stuff on level islands 5 and 4 and 5 easily, because I was kind of struggling on this island a little bit. So to be able to fight stuff here, you want to get at least 3 enchantments on most of your gear slots. So I want to go ahead and get my rings up a little better. Whetstone might stay the same, because that was actually pretty lucky getting 4 on there, although it could still be improved. Maybe even upgrade my glider a little bit, and then definitely upgrade my light armor. So I can upgrade 1, 2, 3, 4 slots and get myself a lot more strength. And I can do that pretty easily with just using Kevin the Thief and then crocodiles. So let's go ahead and get started on those. 4. Boom. Okay. A little bit of variety, but nothing crazy. I didn't get any ice islands, which... So on the ice islands, starting on level 3 or 4, I can't remember, there's a open field boss called Fenrir. He's an ice wolf. I think he drops magic attack enchantments. Can't remember. It's been a minute since I fought him. But he's another good boss to farm to get some early game armor. This will have a dragon, griffin, dragon, just for open fields. So like those are guaranteed bosses that you'll know about. The dragon just spawns at the top, about the middle. Griffin is in the open field, top right. Dragon spawns at the volcano, top left part of the volcano. Same thing here. There's 2 types of dragons here. There's the bone dragon that spawns bottom right, near that, like, it looks like a little black circle. He spawns over by that. and then the regular dragon spawns on the raised like mountainy part, the bottom left one spawns up there. Island of Cove, I don't really think there's anything that other than like the Cyclops, but the Cyclops ain't that good. Empty Island's literally just empty, so there's nothing there except for a small island. It's good for building your base on, because there's no monsters that fuck with you and shit. Then Griffin spawns here, so pretty good. But let's go ahead and open up some higher level islands so I can go get myself a very high level passive tame. What am I out of? Cogs. So I can get like an over level 100, so I can do the Kevin thing, and then I'll get myself a crocodile. That's pretty easy. I can just do that here. Okay, so I know that crocodiles spawn in the water over here somewhere. Ooh. Oh yeah, so on really high level islands, the that tower that just started growing out of the ground, they'll start growing really high, because it's supposed to be a test of like, you know, your climbing ability, your stamina usage, all that stuff. But it's cool watching it like literally grow like super high out of the ground. It's awesome. Okay, there's definitely supposed to be crocodiles over here. Either way, I'll take some treasure. Catfish. Ooh, spell engraven. Hold on, let me take that. So spell engraven is a really good magic attack enchant. So if catfish gives me fish fillets, I can actually make something with that. Because spell engraving gives you a 15% magic attack boost, which is very good, and it increases your critical rate damage as well. So not too shabby. Oh, there's a crocodile. I knew he was here. Probably just spawned in. Jerk. There we go. Sick. That's all I needed. So yeah, this island's pretty cool too. I built, actually one of my main characters, the mage, I built his main base right here, literally. Like right in this area. It's a nice island. The moon and sunsets are really cool. But this thing, if I opened it, this tower would disappear. It's an item that you can use to make decorations with. So these World Heritage things, they make the pyramids, the Statue of Liberty, and like the Parthenon or something like that. I forget what it's called. But they're basically just decoration. The Statue of Liberty gives you enchanting points, but like so little of them that it's like not even worth it. I'm talking like literally one every like couple hours. It's so slow. The easiest way to get enchanting points is just collect the supply pods when they drop. They give you 200. Or just open chest every time you see them. They give you some for a small chance they'll give you some. Okay, so I have the crocodile, and let's go get a... Sick. Okay, so I was looking for a green island. The reason I wanted one is that there's almost always some sort of like passive monster like near the spawn area, whether it's a sheep or a cow, you know, something that really won't hit you that hard back. So when you go to catch a high level monster, you just don't want something that's gonna murder you like immediately, especially if you're low level. So let's let everything spawn in. Okay, so Piggly Wiggly, and when monsters are very very high level, way above normal, they'll be much larger. So you can kind of tell, like if there's like a level 140 pig, it'd be like twice the size of this thing. So you can kind of see from a distance whether or not something's a high level. Oh, that's one of my friends I play Call of Duty with. Hold on. Okay, so these guys are 98. He's not strong enough. I want something in the hundreds, so I can like force the Kevin to be in the level 90s. 99. I might catch that one. 86. Doomed Picomat. Sick. So on the very high level islands, you can get like pretty much super versions of regular monsters like the Pico and the Goblin Shaman. They'll become like ultra versions of themselves, and they can sometimes drop really really good enchantments, so it's worth it to farm them. I just suck at it. 95. Okay, I'm sure. I'm really trying to find something in the hundreds, but a 99. Oh, there he is. That's a doomed Pico right there. You need a boss. You need to catch them with the boss catching item. Yeah, level 93. It's pretty strong. Another one right next to it. Oh, this game's taunting me. If I had my main character, I'd be able to wipe these dudes and take their enchantments. But let me catch this level 99. It'll be high enough. Oh, dang it. Sick. Okay, cool. Oh, jerk. I thought he got caught. So there's still a 10% chance that they'll pop out. Like, it's not always a guaranteed catch. When you're catching a wild monster, there's always that 10% he could pop out if his health is purple. If his health is yellow, it's a 50% chance, so it's even lower. So see how that one is like way fucking bigger? You can tell. See, that's a level 141, and it's like twice the size, so you can see from a distance whether or not something's a much higher level for no reason. And the higher level you go on the islands, the more of a chance that something's gonna just randomly be a super high level. So this was actually what I was looking for. And you'll see why I needed something high level in a little bit. Okay, let me get him. Same concept though, it doesn't matter what their level is, they still can lower their level and catch them with a Pokeball. Alright. These are mines, don't touch them, you'll blow up. Sucks. 86. Okay, I got my high level monster that I needed. Let's go back to base. Alright. So I might actually here, you know what? So I can very easily just do I can switch the Kevin to the Crocodile, and this will still produce me iron. I will just then have a dangerous iron farm, which is good, because then I can actually get that on my builds. I just need to lower the Crocodile's health. Hold on. Come here. This can stay a level 1 fox, that's totally fine. I caught a level 10 crocodile, so when I breed it with the level 1 fox, it'll find the average, so 1 plus 10 is 11, divide that by 2 is like 5.5, I think it rounds up, so 6, so a level 1 could pop out, which is what I'm looking for. So level 2, that's fine. Close enough. Yeah, that's fine, let's shoot out. If I can get a level 1, that'd be perfect though. But I want to guarantee that the crocodiles produced are going to be level 1, so this is perfect. So that way, this large cooking pot will kill them fast enough. Because if they don't have... If you have crocodiles producing at too high of a level, their health will be too high to then die quickly in the pot. And they'll just build up in the pot and then run around everywhere like the Kevins were doing before. So you don't want that to happen. So you want to force them to be level 1, like I did. And then come up here and just make sure that both monsters up here are level 1, so that way it's almost guaranteed every single time will be a level 1 crocodile. Which is good, that's what you want. There you go. So now, instead of the Kevins producing the iron, it's just the crocodiles. So same thing is happening, it's just they're now dropping different enchantments. And I want this dangerous stuff, so I actually want to turn off these furnaces. So let's go ahead and pull the craft connectors off. Take that. And take that. So now they're not making iron, which is what I don't want them to do that for right now, because I want to collect that dangerous iron that the crocodiles drop. At least for a little bit. Eventually I will turn that back into an iron farm. Once I've had enough of the iron built up. Dangerous, there we go. Sometimes it'll be dangerous crocodile, that's okay. I can work with that. But if you can just use the dangerous, that's good. Because crocodile enchant doesn't actually help. It's meant for just food for some reason. So if you get it on your iron, like on your armor, it doesn't actually take effect. It's kind of weird. Oh, hold on, I got a text message. Okay. Okay, so while that's running, and it's getting me more dangerous iron, I'm gonna go ahead and get this set up to do the high level Kevins. So if you can just start with whatever one you can. Let's go ahead and get the spare off of here. Now the number you're shooting for, I need Kevin to be in his final form, so anything level 90 and above. So this is why you want the very high level monster on the other side. So it'll take that 1 plus 141, divide it by 2, so 142 divided by 2 is 71, and then it could take away up to 5. So anything from like level 66 to level 71 could pop out. That's good. So I want to catch that, and then replace the level 1 with that level 66. And now it'll do the same thing with math. So 66 plus 141 is 203. No, I'm sorry, 207. Divide that by 2, it'll be 102. So now they'll be guaranteed to be over level 90 every single time. So when he dies, he'll still produce the same materials, iron, leather, and fangs, but the enchantments will be different. Because he's in a better form, he'll drop better enchantments. So, come on. Get rid of this stuff. Offer. Now, I will have to wait for this to build up. It does still take a minute to get enough, but... Oh, come on. Give it to me. This is the enchant I'm actually looking for. Thief Boss. It just didn't drop on the iron, which is fine. It will eventually. But Thief Boss enchant, it gives you plus 25 base attack, plus then a 10% attack as well, plus some other small stuff which isn't as important, but it's just the attack boost. So adding this into my build as well will help me get more attack, which is what I'm looking for. Oh no, I just forgot something, and it kind of screwed me. So the healing factor of my green monos is not strong enough, so the high level mono died. So that sucks. But it's okay, because remember how I caught this level 99 mono? I can actually fix this situation. Hold on. So I need to upgrade my healing factor. Let's go ahead and capture these guys really quick. It's level 99 on here. See how much, I mean, he's much bigger, but it's okay. So I'm going to catch this one that pops out. I gotta let the next one die, but this one I gotta catch. There we go. Okay, let that one die so this level 10 doesn't die. Let me empty my inventory, hold on. Oh, I have a monster's chest, hold on. I can just go put them all in that. Okay, alright, that's good enough for now. So the healing factor from the green monos is based on their actual level. So the higher level they are, the more they're going to heal. So he just healed for 900 versus like 99, which is what I had it at before. So that's why that green mono right here died. He just took too much damage for the healing factor to keep up. So kind of my fault. I forgot about that. So let me go ahead and get some more green monos. 2. Alright, I'll catch another one that pops out. Level 50, that's fine. Sick. Okay, so then I'll just put 2 level 50s up here. And then I can use that level 99 to my advantage. Okay, I think they both got absorbed. Alright. 50, 10, 52. Where's my level 99? Where is it? Oh god. Dude, where'd it go? I through the ball and it's like not. Oh, maybe it got absorbed into this thing. There it is. Okay, we're not screwed. Okay, let's get the 50. 52. Okay, it basically just makes the healing factor much stronger now, so that's good. It'll be like level 30s. No, I'm sorry. 50 plus 52 is 102. Divide that by 2. Okay, yeah. So it's about 45. Oh, I think this chest is full now. Oh no, it's not. Why is it not absorbing? Okay. Anyways, I keep getting distracted. I'm sorry. Okay, so the healing is much better now. So these guys won't die. So I can still use level 99. So 99 plus 66. It'll be 165. Divide that by 2. It's like 82-ish. So let's catch this guy. And then replace that with that. The higher I can get the Kevin, the easier of a time that I'll be able to force over level 99. Okay. 29. Right? Is that the higher one I have? Yeah, 66, 79. Okay. So then same thing. You just keep doing the numbers until you physically can't get the Kevin to be any higher, and then you'll be fine. So 84. You'll slowly notice the numbers will start increasing slower. So that was only a 5 level jump versus like a little 15 level jump before. So the closer you get it to the number on the right, the smaller of an increase you'll get. 86. Oh, that's actually better than what I did get. Okay. So 86. Probably be able to get like level 90. But that's all you need. If once you hit level 90, you just need something that's level 95 or above, and you're set. And then he'll forever produce the level 4. Give me a level 90. But it's just all about doing the math formula that they use for the breeding. You just find the average of the two numbers, and then it can take away up to 5 levels. So you want to guarantee that it'll always be at least level 90. So you need the average number to be at least level 95. So to get the average to be 95, you need 99 plus like 91 or 90 or something like that. So there you go, 90. Sick. I think that's good. Because if you do the math with a level 90 Kevin, 90 plus 99 is 189. Divide that by 2 is 94.5, and I believe the game rounds up, so it's the average is 95, which is what you want it to be. So if you really, really wanted to keep going, you could actually get this to breed higher levels and replace it again. But I think I'm okay. I mean, if every once in a while it pops out a level 89, whatever. But if it's mostly 90 and above, come on, give me one more higher level. Give me a 91 and I'll be happy. Because then that will average out to 95 every single time. So you can't get anything lower than level 90. Damn. 92. That's actually better. Cool, I'll take that. Guaranteed 90 spawns. Sick. What? I saw a 92. Oh, there it is. Okay, so this is what I meant like a long time ago about like forcing the levels to get higher. You just use the average. You find the averages between the two, so you can actually raise levels and lower them if you needed to. So now everything that pops out will be at least a level 90. So he's gonna drop his good enchanted stuff, which is what I want. Okay. Hidden Darkness, so he drops 2 really good enchants. One's for attack builds, and one is for magic. This is for the magic side. So magic attack plus 25, then also the magic attack plus 10%. That's the big boost. So that's good. So I can let that run. Let's go check our croc farm. Should have at least like 20 or so, if I'm lucky. And now these things, they're not meant to be like working super fast. They're just meant to work over time. So eventually I'll have so much of their iron I won't need it anymore. So for now, I just gotta let them work their thing, or work their magic, and just wait. Now, if you're really impatient, you could always just make more. Like you can have more cooking pots with more crocodiles, with more, healing areas. It just takes a while to get set up, so. But the more production you have, the more stuff you can build, so pretty good. Alright, sick. Yeah, this is already working great. So I have 100 dangerous iron ore. That's amazing. Don't worry about using the dangerous crocodiles, because crocodiles will take up a slot, and it only applies to consumables, so it doesn't even take effect when you're wearing it on gear, so don't even use it. Alright, but 100 dangerous iron is a good start. Let's get rid of this palladium so I can hold more, actually. Offer. And dangerous. Alright, so 126. That's a fucking great start. When I get back, I should have at least, like, maybe 10, maybe less, probably, of the Thief Boss enchant, I think is the one. Yeah, Thief Boss is the one for attack builds. That's what I want for this character. Thief Boss, there we go. I only have one, but that's fine. At least it's a start. I do mostly have the magic attack enchant, but that's fine. I can always use it to make a magic character. And when I say magic character, I mean this specific character, just make a magic build, so that way I can just switch armor if I wanted to. But I think the first thing I want to do is make some more rings. So I'm going to need some glass. Let's see if I have any glass. I don't. And I think you can also buy glass from the merchants. So I'm going to go ahead and get some started, and then I'm going to go look for some really quick. Do I even have sand? 28 sand. That's stupid. Alright, well, I guess I just don't have any sand either. Alright, let's make this. So I need 3 glass for each ring, and I'll probably have to make the rings a few times to get the enchants I want, so I'm going to need to get a lot going. And as I mentioned before, if you increase your attack, you'll actually increase your damage that you're doing to mining rocks. So I just like quadrupled my attack, so I'm getting 25 sand per swing now instead of like 5. So it's a much easier way to get a lot. So there you go. I already have like 400 sand. And I can't even carry anymore, so. Really easy way to get a bunch of materials. I might actually start using that for my speedrun strats, because I always forget about that until later in the game. Because in the beginning you need a lot of fucking logs to get a bunch of stuff. Alright, this chest was actually pretty full, I forgot about that. There we go, a bunch of Thief Boss. They also drop leather that can also have Thief Boss and the magic attack enchantment, so don't get rid of it, so I can use that as part of my builds. And then here's some more. He hasn't dropped any of the other leather yet, so it's fine. And once you have a bunch of these Kevins, and you don't really need them, you can just get rid of the ones that are like the mid tiers. 79. I'll keep the 89s just in case, and the 90, because sometimes like shit happens, like they'll die for some stupid reason, and I think their healing is still keeping up. Hold on, I actually didn't make sure to check that. Okay, yeah, they got both fully healed up. They're fine. And these guys are totally good. Now, I can actually stop the battery farm because I'll never use 1,200 batteries for anything. Because they're not used for very many things, and it's only used like 1 or 5 at a time, so not really that much useful. So, after a while, you can actually just dismantle this. If you ever need to reset it up, you can. It's not that hard. I'll let it keep going. It looks cool. Okay, so anytime you go to make, actually I'm not in the gear making stage yet, hold on. 95 glass, screw it. Let's go buy some glass, because that'll take a long time. Islands level 3, 4, and 5 I believe sell it. But once I make the next gear set, I think I will call the stream, because I do want to go play some games with my friends, but I don't like streaming me playing Call of Duty because I'm not good. Okay, glass. Actually, I think glass. Damn, I don't even have the sand on me. Shoot. Hold on. Glass. It is a star level 5 item. I actually might even need to go to lower level item or lower level islands. So the star level of an item determines the loot table that it'll appear in. So if it's a lower level item or low level star item, it's going to be on the lower level island merchants. And vice versa. So like if you're going for an item that's very high level, like star level, like 10 or above, go to the higher level islands. So I think glass would be here, maybe even island level 1, which is fine. Yeah. If anything, I could probably get more merchants out on these things. Dang. Okay. Yeah. Let me check other islands. This is why the merchants are really helpful too, because you can just skip so much time just buying things instead of handcrafting everything. If you can find it, though. Dang, none of them. That's okay. I think I might even have enough already made at the home base to do what I need to do. So let's go check. Sometimes when you jump islands, your stuff crafting will just magically be done. Sometimes it won't be. Okay, so there's a few more done. That's fine. Okay, so this is going to be the hard part. When you go to try to combine materials together, you have a percent chance to get the materials to have the enchantments you want. So what I want to do is take the ancient veteran iron, the dangerous iron, and then the thief boss iron. Where'd that go? Thief boss, right there. Okay, I need to have a separate chest for when I go to smelt it, so let's actually put one down. Because when I go to make the iron ore into iron ingots, I want to have all 4 of those enchantments show up on the iron ingot. So it's going to be a little hard to do that, but I can make it work. And the trick is to, I know I'm going to make rings. And it takes 5 iron ingots to make 1 ring. So I'm going to need 2 rings. And I'm going to, so that'll be 10 iron. So I want to make them in batches of 10. Because if I went to just make all the iron I possibly could, and I mess up, or if I just get bad RNG on the first time, I just wasted all the iron I have, and it'll take longer to go get the other shit. So I want to do it inside batches of 10, so that way if it messes up, it's not a big loss. So I want to do like, let's say, I have a bunch of the dangerous. So let's go 5 dangerous, 3 of this, and then 2 of this, because that's all I have. So that's 10 total iron ore I'm holding, but with 3 or 4 different enchantments. So when I go to, sorry, I have hiccups. So when I go to make it, I want to hit max, or just scroll over to 10. Before I actually do it, I want to check the details of enchanting chance. It's right underneath where the iron is floating around in a circle. It's that button. So click that. This is the chance that each of these individually will show up on the iron. So I have a 60% chance for dangerous, 50 for these, and a 30% chance. Now if I wanted to change those numbers a little bit, I could like hold a little bit more thief boss instead of dangerous, or vice versa for these, so on and so forth. But these are actually pretty good chances, so let's try it. Now the first one that gets made will be the same for all of them, so you can just pick it up. And I just got a little unlucky, and it only gave me dangerous, which is fine. That's okay, because if I get a mix of different iron ingots, I can actually then use those mix of ingots to possibly make... Oh, 2 more, that's it, really? Oh, I guess Thief Boss is the most rare enchant, but that's fine. Try it again. So if I get a bunch of dangerous, and then I get a bunch of like veteran ancient, then I get a bunch of iron ingots that are a thief boss dangerous or something like that, I could then use those mix of ingots to then try to make the rings to have all 4. So it's not like a total loss if you don't get them. It just makes it a little bit longer process. Let's do 3 again. These I'll just stick with 5. Okay, same process. Click 10. Same chances because it's the same number, and we'll try it again. Alright, veteran dangerous, that's fine. It's not the worst thing. And you would just keep doing this basically until you'd have either 10 iron ingots with all 4 enchants, or you have a mix of ingots that all 4 of the enchants exist on the ingots, except for this one. That's not. So if like I had dangerous, and then veteran dangerous, and then ancient, and then a couple thief boss, I could just use a mix of these 4 ingots to then try to make the rings. But you want to try to get it, all the enchantments on one set of ingots. Now, if this, because Kevin's does produce quite slowly like this, what you could do is just duplicate this setup, the healing area plus then the killing box, multiple times over, like all around here, and then you'd have a whole lot of this iron being produced. But this will be okay. So if I can just reliably get 2 every time, this will be good. And actually, you know what? I'll wait until I get 3, so then I can use 4, 3, and 3. Now, the reason I'm not using this stuff is because it has Kevin's attached to it. Kevin's is a kind of shitty enchantment, so that could potentially take up a slot. And because Kevin's enchantment is a light blue one, it has a much better chance of showing up, so it's going to be like 70% chance. So it's almost like a guaranteed, it's going to take away a slot that I'm trying to use. So that's why I'm just sticking with just the Thief Boss ore. So I'm going to do 3 of these, 3 of the Thief Boss, and then 4 dangerous. And it should change the chances. So it actually lowered this by 10, but gave this 10% more. So it's actually better. 50% for the top 3 and 40% for that. That's not bad. I've seen worse. Once you start trying to get the gold enchants, those are much harder. And I got veteran dangerous again. So sometimes you just have to do this a bunch of times. Doesn't always work, but it's worth it to try. Let's do 5 again. But this is actually what I would do if I was gonna take this a character like all the way. This is how I would progress my my builds. Is I actually sit here and do these farms and get everything for money and buy things from merchants, set up farms for different materials. Like some people have characters that they've been playing for years, and they still are progressing. I don't play that long on one character. I always end up like starting over because I like the beginning so much. Check that. So same thing. It went back to 60-30 because I switched up the amounts, but it's okay. It's not that big a deal. Danger. I keep getting those ones. Dangerous, veteran, dangerous, dangerous, ancient. So I still haven't gotten any ingots that have Thief Boss. As soon as I get that, I can actually probably try to make the rings with those. Also, I'm running a little bit low on the Ancient Veteran, so if I have to, I can just go kill the beginner boss again. That's not too big a deal. It's pretty easy. Yeah, I'll get 3 Thief Boss. But I do want this to happen soon, because My friends don't stay up super late for playing games. Okay, so that's perfect. Wait, no, I need a 3, right? Yeah. You know what? I'll throw one in there just so you can see. Like how crazy the light blue ones have a much better chance of showing up. So just for having one iron that has Kevin on there one time, it has a 50% chance. That's how easy it is to get these light blue. The dark blue is slightly easier. Purple is a little harder. So it took... There's 3 Thief Boss. Thief Boss is on 3 pieces of iron, versus this is just 1, and this already has a better chance. Like, that's just how crazy it is. So let's actually put that away. Because I don't actually want the Kevins on there. Okay. So it'll be 50-50, 50-40, which is actually pretty good. I really want Thief Boss to show up, so it's one of the better ones. There we go. Sig, let's go. That's actually good. Dang. So if I had gotten Veteran instead of Ancient, that would have been pretty much donezo. Because Ancient is actually a magic attack enchantment. The only reason I really care about it is just for the extra mana boost. It helps a little bit. But if it didn't end up on there, no big deal. But that actually helps. So all 10 of these ingots are going to be Dangerous Thief Boss Ancient. So that's pretty good. Alright. Okay. So when I go to make the rings, the combo of materials will be 5 iron ingots and 3 glass. Now the glass I'm holding doesn't have any enchantments because I had to just make it for basic sand. Later on, bosses and other stuff will drop some different enchanted stuff. But I'm more worried about just the ingots. So because it's 5, I have to come up with a combo of these, of 5 ingots that can have all 4 of those enchants. So let's go ahead and just dump everything in the box. Organize it for a sec. Separate them. Okay. So this one's just dangerous. That's actually the worst one. Veteran dangerous. This one's ancient dangerous thief boss. That's good. Danger. So these ones are actually the opposite. So this one I don't want to use because it has ancient on it. I can just use this instead. So it's dangerous, veteran, thief boss, ancient. So a combo of these two will have all 4 of the enchantments I'm looking for. And if I have to, I can use some of these. But I only need 5, so I need to do... I only have 10 of these, so I really want to use less of these so I can stretch out how many times I try. So let's do 2 and 3. Might even do 4 and 1. The math seems weird, but you'll see what I'm doing here in a sec. Okay, so I can make 1 ring from the materials I have, and these are the chances that the stuff will be on there. So danger shows up a good amount of times, same for veteran and ancient. Thief boss only shows up 3 times, so I may change that, and let me put that up one more. So what I mean is, it shows up twice, it's on these 2, and not on these. So let's actually gain 1 more. I know I just said I was trying to conserve it, but fuck it. Let's see what the chances are now. Okay, that's much more better. Alright, let's try. Oh, come on, don't tease me. Alright, Dangerous Thief Boss. The only one I'm really missing is Veteran, which Veteran, honestly, at the end of the day, isn't the greatest enchant anyways, because it only gives you a flat 15 attack. So, even though I'm missing it, not a big deal. So that ring right there is going to be much better than one of the rings I am holding. So let's go ahead and... Oh, that's right, I can't offer monsters. So you can just delete them, remove completely. Alright, Iron Ring. So if you look at my attack right now, without my swords, it's probably a better gauge. My attack is at 282. So if I replace it with this one, 365. So that's much bigger boost. Much, much bigger boost. There we go. Alright, let's keep trying. So same thing. 2, 3. I still have glass, so that's good. Check the chances always. Pretty good solid chance. Really, it's just this one and this one that I care about, and if I get veteran, even better. And I got the 2 that I didn't care about, so that sucks. Okay, I'm down to just 4 of these, so let's go 2 and then 3. I know the chances for Thief Boss are a little bit lower, but that's fine. Let's try it again. I didn't check the chances, but it's fine. I know what they are, basically. Veteran Dangerous, damn. Yeah, I know. Hold on. I'll make space in a sec. Yeah, 35, 72. So it's still not bad. 35% is still a good chance. I didn't see what it was. Hold on. Oh, it literally gave me none of them. Wow, that's really shitty. Let's delete some more of these. So I can grab these really quick. That sucks. It really gave me none of them. That's annoying. Alright, well now I have no more Thief Boss iron ingots, so let's go back and grab some more. This should have given me enough time to get a bunch built up. So let's see how much is in here. 6. Whatever. That's not that many. Oh, my character's hungry. Once again, just dump all your iron that you're not going to use, so then you can do dangerous. And I was doing them in combos of 10, so I actually might do 5 because I don't have much of this. So let's do 2, 2, and 1. That actually might give me really good chances. That's even better. That's actually what I should have been doing. Is in combos of 5 instead of 10. Oh well. You live and you learn. Still gave me shit. Okay. Because that's probably a better way to get all 4 on there. Still didn't get Thief Boss. Okay. Come on. Give it to me. Okay, I'll take it. Dangerous Thief Boss, whatever. Okay, so these 5 will be... I should be able to make a decent ring. Yeah, because this one already has Dangerous Thief Boss, so if I can get Dangerous Thief Boss and then Veteran, that would be a much bigger boost to this. And I think next stream I'll try to get a better light armor to start, and that'll give me such a better boost that when I activate all my skills, I'll be way stronger than I was before. So sometimes just adding on a couple different enchantments will be, will be a huge boost. So definitely keep looking for those. Okay, ancient. Okay, Thief Boss Dangerous. This has 3, so this 3. This one's Dangerous Thief. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to use 2 of these and 3 of these. Yep. So that's 5. Okay, so it is still going to be 72-35. Please, RNG Jesus. RNG Jesus, help me. Okay, give me Dangerous. That's fine. So that actually is still technically an upgrade. Because going from Veteran Ancient to then adding on Dangerous would be a huge boost. So look at my attack is 365. So if I switch this one for this one, now it's up to 414. So that was literally like a 50-point boost without even holding swords. So if you want to see the difference between holding swords as well, so this is what I was wearing. So back to 365, if I put the swords on. So it was a 50-point boost before. So this is what the real difference is when you actually are getting that percentage boost. So 50 points before was added on. So now I'm at 1451. Now I'm at 1574. So that was a 120 point boost. So that's why having the percentage of attack added on is such a game changer, because the higher your base attack is, the more that percentage is going to add on. So it's really good to make sure your base attack is high by holding more stronger swords, getting other enchantments, all that other stuff. So let's go ahead and see if I can't make one with Thief Boss added on there. So let's go 3 and 2. Alright, this will be the best chance to get Dangerous and Thief Boss, so let's try. And it did not, it gave me the same one I'm already wearing. Okay, that's fine. I mean, I did boost my attack by a lot, so I'm happy. Let's get rid of that. Offer. Oops. There we go. Yeah, it's literally the same thing I'm wearing. Yeah, this one is the same as this one. Same shit. Okay, but yeah, that's literally all you have to do. So once you start finding like monsters with better enchantments, and you start fighting bosses, and you can actually get to the higher levels, so you can actually start manipulating levels of monsters. So you can get like Kevin to be super high level, so you can get his enchantments, stuff like that. Once you have access to them, it's all about just getting them then onto pieces of armor, whether it's the rings or other accessories, your armor, your headgear, your glider, stuff like that. So that's literally the whole point of the game, is to find enchantments and make yourself stronger. But yeah, I think that's might be a good spot to... Oh, actually, you know what? Let me go ahead and test out what my attack can get to with all my skills attached. Okay, so I'm holding the swords. Got my gliders, got my headgear, got the upgraded rings now. That's good. When you activate all your skills and then your food buffs, you'll be much stronger now. So I was at 14, I think. I don't remember what it was before. And then I eat my food. I'm now at 5,251 attack. That's good enough to go probably kill stuff on level 5 islands pretty fast. And I don't have a dummy, but I could probably show you damage on a person. So with all the buffs, and then using all the skills and the food, and then I use my attack skill. Oh, it missed. Are you kidding me? Okay, well, I can hit for 1,000. It's not too bad. But the skill would have done a very high number. Got 30 seconds. I'll wait for it to come back. But the Fox mask has the EI slash attached to it, so as long as you're wearing the mask and then you put the mask on your hotbar, you can use it like a regular skill. Sorry. Just gotta wait for it to the cooldown to come back. Oh, how did he get out? Sometimes the people will get out of the stupid machines and run around the islands. Okay, so 2 of my buffs went away, so my attack's down to 2,900, but that's still a pretty good amount. Okay. Wow, okay. So it missed him again. It's hard to hit small creatures with that move, but that's okay. But yeah, so I think that's a good spot to stop. I made some decent progress and got the upgraded killing farm, so that way I can do like... I get the higher level monsters now, that's good. I got the dangerous farm going, so that's good. So I can then get my equipment better. Yeah, I can still upgrade this and this better. And then I could add on Dangerous and Thief Boss to this armor. I could probably drop Deers, because that's just max life, that's fine. But I can get my armor much better as well, and then I can then take this character off into fighting the higher level islands. So I can actually go off and fight like these guys over here. But yeah, that should be good. But yeah, thanks for everybody for stopping by, and I will definitely see you next time. And I do upload these to YouTube, so if you want to check them out, it's on YouTube.